Hi. If you grew up in New York, then you know and love the man you're about to meet, the star of the legendary children's show for adults, Let's Have Fun. Wonderful commercial actor, the man most responsible for keeping alive the comic spirit of Laurel and Hardy. Ladies and gentlemen, Chuck McCann.
We just made a movie together, in fact.
Yes,
we
yes,
did a film called That's Adequate.
That's the name of the picture. That's adequate. It must have been very exciting working on Channel 11 those days.
It was. I actually started when Channel 11 was gas-driven. And I did 32 characters on that show. It was a 4-hour show from 9 to 1 in the afternoon.
How long were you on?
About 7 years.
7 years.
4 hours. I actually worked 7 days a week on the station. I did a 2-hour show on Saturday, 4-hour show on Sunday, and an hour every day.
Oh.
I blew
and
up.
Everything alive, everything for the first time, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Because not much had been done up until that time.
Yes.
In fact, I blew up more television studios in New York than anybody else.
That's clever.
You want to see?
No.
Roll that. Through our kinescopes that we've preserved, here's a few moments from the old Let's Have Fun show. The sweet smell of blasting powder. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Eddie Lawrence brought his special brand of theatrics to the small screen, all the while developing a character that would make him famous to this day.
Would you welcome the old philosopher, Eddie Lawrence?
Hiya, Bunky. You say your wife's adjusting her beads in the mirror, and you kiss her on the neck and find out it's your son, the hippie?
And for sheer longevity, he's hundreds of years old after all, my best pal, John Zacherle. He's the cool ghoul, and he's in a class all by himself.
Just have my overture finished here in just a moment here now. Let's see here. So dreadfully busy here this evening working on this now. Let's see, we've got Jack there, and we've got everything all set up here. My dear, good evening, good evening. I'm Zacherle here, and I'm busy finishing my opera that I promised I would write for Gaspard. He teased me into it, you know. Sorry, Gaspard, much too busy to talk tonight. Too busy composing here. By the way, I wish to announce that that the the regular show on Monday will not be heard because of the fact that we're going to have a very special show on New Year's Eve. And I shall be showing little adventurous things from the past year's shock affairs, you know. And I will be choosing the Man of the Year in Transylvania. That's New Year's Eve. Now, for pity's sake, don't miss that, will you? Hey, that's next Wednesday. No show on Monday, no live show. My dear, I want to borrow the old steak here. There we are, my dear. Now, how's your finger working? Very nice, my dear, very nice. Right, you may whiz into the overture, I think you do. I've been writing this thing quite recently, and having attended the gala opening in the opera at Zacherle last weekend, I decided that I would write my opera and get it over with. You know, I figure that the plot of an opera is not much worse than the plot of a movie, so if you can't lick them, join them, you know. Well, I implemented my decision by writing music and, of course, the libretto to an exciting new work, a dramatic masterpiece that probably will never be repeated again after this evening, as a matter of fact. It's entitled Il Draculare. Thank you, my dear. Now, of course, the opera opens with Count Dracula pursuing the beautiful Princess Ananka, you understand. And she's visiting her uncle, Dr. Frankenstein. But Princess Ananka is secretly in love with Larry Talbot, younger brother. He goes under the name of Jack Milton. That's the way I worked it out. And Jack Milton has been unjustly accused, mind you, by the Internal Revenue Department. And he has become a troubadour. And he has also just won the head-smashing contest in Bavaria. Princess Ananka running through the Malaphasia Gardens in a diaphanous dress, off-white tulle, you know. Jack Milton in hot pursuit. So is Count Dracula. Now the two men meet, and they fight, and Dracula has his head smashed, and he sings a dark hymn of revenge, Non voglio giocare in vostra cortiglia. Tempo, my dear, tempo. I don't want to play in your yard. I don't like you anymore. You'll be sorry when you see me sliding down your cellar door. You can holler down my rain bar. You can climb my apple tree. I don't want to play in your yard if you won't be good to me. Very much. I wish I didn't have to say it, but we have a film this evening called Horror Island. It's on an island, and it's pretty horrible.
Zacherle still packs them in on college campuses and still remembers the days on Channel 11.
I used to get great things in the mail, and I rarely answered them. I'm sorry I didn't answer all that mail, but thanks a lot, kids. Now you've grown up and you got monsters of your own running around the house, eh?
And now for a subject dear to my heart, my show. Called appropriately, Let's Have Fun.
Gray skies are gonna clear up. You gotta put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face. Take off the gloomy mask of tragedy. It's not your style. You look so good that you'll be glad you decided to smile.
For 7 wonderful years, from 1959 to 1966, in a studio with low ceilings and not much elbow room, a dedicated band of gifted technicians and zany performers, led by yours truly, made television the likes of which New York had never seen.
He's biding my time.
My partner, the late Paul Ashley, master puppeteer and craftsman, created dozens of wonderful puppet characters who took on a life all their own. And when called upon to play straight man...
Hey, look, I want to feature for Friday the 13th on Jonah K. 8-Ball.
Who?
You know, the luckiest man in the world.
the rather reserved Paul was a perfect foil for my craziness.
Are you all right?
In 1962, there was a newspaper strike in New York, and we did Fiorello LaGuardia one better. With grease paint, gags, and a lot of gumption, we brought Dick Tracy, Dondi, and Little Orphan Annie right into your living room.
Works in the comics.
It was a very special time on a very special station. And to all of you watching tonight who invited us into your homes, a heartfelt thank you. And remember, put on a happy face.
Hey! Put on that happy, happy, happy face right now.
Hey, that was special, Chef. That was special.
Why, thank you, Guy. And by the way, I brought you a little present. Bye, Guy.
Remind you of anyone you know?